Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Sharona de Crochet. So in the last video I showed you guys how to create a chain stitch. That's the first stitch you learn when you're starting out in crocheting. Okay, so and we did at the end we made a crochet bead bracelet. So today we are gonna do another bracelet, but we're gonna use this stitch single crochet, and that stitch I'm gonna show you how we go about doing a crochet single stitch. Okay, so as with all project, you're gonna start off with a slip knot. Once again, it's like this. I showed you the last video, and I'm gonna cast my yarn onto my hook. So for this project, I'm gonna chain 20 chain stitches. Okay, yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there are two sides to this chain. Here's the front, looks like a V, also looks like a chain. And the back, you see it's different. So we're gonna try and focus and stay on the right side. So most patterns, to start off, they'll tell you to do a stitch, which we're gonna do a single crochet stitch today. You're gonna start in the chain that's second from the hook. So this is a 1, 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert inside that stitch, pick up the yarn, pull it through those 2 loops, and there you go. I just created my first single crochet. So let's try that again. I see that my chains are a little too tight. Anyhow, so this is his house. This is the next stitch. You're not gonna skip any more stitches right now. You're gonna go to the one right next to the one you just created. Okay, so I'm gonna insert again, pick up the yarn, pull it through that stitch. Now I have 2 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through, and I'm gonna keep going till I get to the end of the chain. Okay, so I'm gonna crochet right across. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more really slowly so you can get the idea. Insert, pick up, pull through. Insert, pick up, pull through. Insert, pick up, pull through. Now look at my left hand. You see what I'm doing? I keep moving it back as my single crochet is coming towards it. Insert, pick up, yarn over. Now I'm gonna move my finger so that the next stitch is visible. Insert, pick up, yarn over. So the bracelet we're gonna crochet today, it's not very fancy. It's very simple and basic, and I'm just gonna show you how to add a closure, which is I'm gonna use a button, and I'm also gonna show you how to make the button loop. Okay, so I'm almost done. So this is my last stitch. Okay, so now I'm gonna form, look at it. So now I'm gonna form my my button loop, and to do this I'm going to crochet 4 chain stitches. Now why 4, you may ask? Well, 4 because I think if I crochet 4 stitches, it will be able to, the button will be able to go through that loop. Okay, so let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what I do now to form that loop, I'm gonna insert it in the same stitch, and I'm gonna do a slip stitch, which I taught you guys in the last video. Insert, I'm not gonna wrap anything. Insert, pick up. I have two loops on the hook. So now I just go like that. There you go. There go my little loop. Okay. So now to tie that off, I'm gonna close this up. But now I'm gonna tie this off. I'm gonna take my scissor and I'm gonna cut, leaving a 3-inch tail. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna close up this stitch and tie it off. So I'm gonna wrap it like I'm gonna make a stitch, pull it through, and then I'm gonna just tighten it. See, there goes my little hole. So now I'm gonna go to the opposite end of the project, and I'm gonna add a button. I'm gonna get back to this later. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this button. I'm gonna put it at the end of the bracelet. So if you notice, the holes are very small. So I'm gonna need a craft needle or a tapestry needle to fit through this. So this is not gonna fit. So I'm gonna try this. This is gonna fit. So I cannot use the yarn that I just used to create this. I'm gonna use some embroidery thread because it's very thin and it can fit through. So you're gonna thread your needle and you're gonna sew just like you're sewing together a ripped shirt or whatever. And I'm gonna start from the back, insert from the back to front, and of course the end is gonna be knotted, and it's nothing fancy, and I just sew these two. All right, you just do it a few times. You don't need to do too many. Usually I see now it's getting really like tight, so it's telling me, oh, enough, no more. So that's it. So now I'm gonna go through the other 2 holes. Start from the bottom. Or you could go like this. I usually test it like this to see if it's secure enough. Yeah, this is my last one because it's feeling kind of thick back there. All right, so then I'm gonna tie it off. So in the back, it's not gonna be visible, so you don't need to be very neat with this. Just make sure that it's secure in the back. Do a few stitches to close it up. There you go. So now I'm gonna go back to the opposite side. So okay, I have my loop, but here I have my tails. So with every crochet project that you do, you always have to weave in your tails, okay? So it makes it a lot neater and secure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to this bigger eye hole, and I'm gonna use my yarn now. I'm actually gonna use this because it's still there. I have it, it's long enough. So I'm gonna thread it right? So this is my right side. So right here there's like a gap. That's not the hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like stitch it up to get rid of that extra space. There it is. Look at that. See how easy that is? It's regular sewing. Not a big deal. You could just go through the stitches in the back. See? Look at that. You could go. Doesn't really matter where you go. You could go forward, backward. So I went a little forward because there's a little space I didn't like. There you go. So this is the back. So like I said, it doesn't have to be fancy because no one's going to see the back. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to cut this off right now. I usually push it down. And look what, and then I'm going to make this end blended. Watch. Look at this. It's so cool. Voila. Voila. And this end, you do the same, right? I'm gonna thread this end. I mean, the reason why we don't really cut it off because it's going to leave like a bump there. It's always best to weave in your work. That's the trick to make your work look much neater. So this is the back, and I'm going to just weave it back in the back loops. See? I know it's like you probably saying, "What's that a lot of work?" It's not. If you want your work to look neat and nice, then so I'm just gonna pull it and stretch it. There you go. Now let's see what it looks like. I'm gonna put it on my wrist. So I did, so my wrist is about 6.5 inches. So if your wrist is big or small, all you gotta do is just, as you make your chain stitches, you just measure your wrist with it. If it's too tight, you add more chains. If it's too big, you just take them out. See, there you go. I think this looks really nice. Okay guys, thank you so much. Come back next time and don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. See you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.